Got a gorgeous, rich, dark soup for you today. I'm going to be using duck and a whole heap of spices. So this is a tribute to Vietnamese pho, but we're going to be utilizing a whole heap of things that are in our dry pantry, as well as just the bones and the carcass of duck that we've got. So we're going to start by dry toasting our spices. So we have some black pepper, some coriander seeds, some cloves. So you can see all of these are very warm flavors. I am gonna add a little bit of sweetness, but in a little while. So we've got some star anise. This is a great winter soup. Because of all of those warming spices, it really invigorates your body. Some beautiful cinnamon quills, and then I've got some ginger. I'm just going to slice this up so that we've got a little bit more surface area to extract the flavor from. The younger the ginger, the less you're going to need to peel it. And I've got a head of a garlic or a bulb, so we're going to slice that in half. Now, because this is a slow cook, so we're going to dry toast them and then roast them all together, but I'm quite happy to have that whole garlic in there because we're going to strain all of these anyway. So I'm just gonna pop it flesh side down into our pan. We'll give them a bit of a shake around and a move in there. So I'm gonna toast them probably for about 5 to 10 minutes, flipping the ginger and the garlic over before I add all of our duck bones, which have got a lot of the fat still on there. So that's gonna give us that beautiful, rich mouth feel to our pho. And these are all spices and flavors that are so complementary of duck anyway. We'll toast this and then we'll bring the duck in. So we've toasted our spices and our aromats in there. We've got some nice color in there, some really dark char, which is actually what we want because it's all extra flavor. So I'm going to pop our duck pieces in. So I've cut them sort of to 2 to 3 centimeter sort of chunks using a cleaver. If you're not confident to do this yourself, please by all means ask your butcher. So we've cut them up small so that we can get maximum flavor from this. So we want to maximize the surface area, maximize access to the bones and all of the collagen and flavor from within there. So we're gonna seal it in our pan, but then we're going to add some coriander root and some onion, and we're going to continue browning it in the oven. You wanna give it at least 35 minutes, but if you want a really dark and rich and flavorful pho, you could do it easily for up to 45 minutes. We can see all of that beautiful caramelization on all of those duck bones there. You can see that they've shrunk somewhat, really beautiful color, everything. And you can see that some of the fat has started to render as well. All of that's gonna add to the mouthfeel of this soup, and it's going to let even more release during our cooking. So I'm going to pop all of that into our pressure cooker. So if you wanted to do this low and slow in a really big stock pot, you could certainly do that. I'm gonna do it in a pressure cooker so that we've got dinner even faster. So we've got chicken stock here. So this will be able to take about 3 liters. But again, if you had time and space, you could easily make sort of up to 8 liters of this at a time and then reduce it. We're going to season it with a little bit of fish sauce. I'm only going to add a little bit now because we can certainly add more later, and a little bit of sweetness. Lid is going on. So we're going to pop that high pressure for 45 minutes, medium pressure for an hour, or low for up to 90 minutes. And we'll come back and serve up. So our beautiful pho, however we get there, this is really tasty. So I'm just straining out most of the broth. Because it is so rich with all of those beautiful duck bones, I'm actually not gonna serve this one with any flesh, making it a little bit easier for our diners. If you've got the time and inclination, there is some beautiful flesh to pick off the bones in here, or you could serve it with some duck breast. I think it is incredibly rich as it is, but you do you serve it your way. So we'll pop that aside. I'm going to plate up a couple here. So we've got our beautiful rice noodles at the bottom, So they've been pre-softened. They're going to be heated once again once we pour our soup over the top. We've got some onions. So I just want to sort of separate those. Again, the heat from the soup will soften all of this. Then we've got our bean shoots. Sort of trying to create a bit of a pile in the middle. We'll pour our soup kind of around there so you can see a bit of everything. It smells incredible. All of the oils that have been released from all of those aromats. And you can see this beautiful glossy top here. So that's all mouthfeel, all of that beautiful sort of richness and those flavors dancing around on our palates. So most places would serve a bowl bigger than your head and you'd really struggle to get through it. You can always start with a little and go back for more at home, so serve it as generously as you choose. And then we've got our homemade chili sauce we're gonna pop on the side here. So the recipe for that is on our website. And then we've got some beautiful Vietnamese mint and some gorgeous Thai basil here, popping a nice pile of those on top. Some spring onions, all of these sort of little fresh bites to sort of cut through some of the richness of our duck soup. As much or as little chili as you like. Always test a little bit before you serve it so that you know the heat of it. But there you have our beautiful homemade duck pho. My insides are warm already just thinking about how much I'm going to enjoy this. And you can too when you try it at home.